This is probably gonna be really loud whenever I hit that button. Okay, intro time. Hello! Welcome to Ghostpia. I think I'm saying that right. But welcome to the demo version of this game. I just saw this randomly on Steam, and I saw the art style, and I went, ooh, I want to try that. So I actually know nothing about this game. I just saw, ooh, demo, free, I want to, in cool art style, I want to play this. And yeah, that's basically where this is coming from. This does have this effect here, and I have gone to the settings, and I don't know if this affects anything, but there is like an off version, and I feel like if it becomes too hard for me to read, maybe I will turn it off. But I like how it looks like a TV, so I don't want to like an old TV, and I like that. So we're just gonna try it like that. But if I have trouble reading, we're gonna need to switch that off. Okay, and it'll just be me slicing one part with the other. But I just like how it looks. It looks cool. Okay. Episode 1. There's a new townsperson in town. Episode 1, new townsperson in town. Would you like to start reading from episode 1? Yes. I've not played this before, so I don't know why it says resume. Proceed to progress through the... I should have read that faster. It's been a long journey. Do I need to hit anything? I need to hit Z. Ah. Okay. We're gonna autoplay. No, do Z. It's dark by the time I get out of the station. A cold breeze blows and I suddenly want to go home. This is a ghost town. It's certainly lonely enough to have earned that name. Despite my... What is that word? We're just gonna skip it. It's fine. We'll just have a robot voice talk over right here.
Despite my reluctance.
There we go. Perfect. I quickly remembered why I came here. To fulfill her wish. It's a promise I have to keep. I whispered to myself. I've come to see you. Ooh, like a little video. Ooh. This looks so cool. Like, I love the art style so much. Ah! It's pretty cute. I actually know nothing about this. This is as much as I'm gonna learn, I guess. Oh, this is season 1, it says. I probably should mention that. It's been my dream to dream. Lately, I've been sleeping all the time, but I haven't dreamed at all. I want to dream. I want to escape from reality and go elsewhere. But no matter how much I sleep, the world of dreams just won't welcome me. Have I ever even had a dream? I'm not quite sure myself. And thus, I think it's thus, right? Oh gosh. I'm so bad at reading. I don't know why I play games where I need to read. I'm on the precipice? I think that is. Oh gosh. There's gonna be so many robot voices over my talking voice. With the correct way to say these things. Okay.
I'm on the precipice of awakening.
My body slowly floats up from the darkness of dreamless sleep, reminding me that I do have a body, and I'm not just part of a puddle of dream goo. But I want to sleep longer. I grab hold of sleep's tail and try to sink myself back into the goo. When I let out a yawn and open my eyelids, I recognize the sound of a ringing phone. So that's what woke me up. What? Traveling? Realization sends sparks flying within my brain, constantly casting aside my drowsiness. I've woken up once again. My heart feels cold, heavy, as if someone had poured icy water into an empty hole in my chest. I look out the window. It's almost dawn. Everyone's starting to go home. The air
Hurried!
in restlessness, but somehow satisfied and overflowing with hope. And then my heart gets another degree colder. Let's go. I quickly grab a change of clothes, put on my coat, and head out the door leading out of my one-room apartment. I wince at the cold sensation of the metal doorknob when I turn it. Once I walk through the hall and go down the stairs, the door there leads outside. It's the same outside as ever. Thick snow covers the ground. Like always, good thing I brought my boots. A cursory glance at the nearby brick front reveals graffiti in a language foreign to me. Behind it in the distance are buildings covered in pastel color, candy-like colors, except they're now faded, dull, and ambiguous. There aren't many tall buildings. What does stand out, though, is the cylinder thrusting forth from the middle of town. That's not Sendo. Is that Sendo? I think that is. Oh, I cannot read things. As a peculiar silhouette of the church in the distance that almost looks like it's got an onion on top. In any case, I got the feeling that this isn't the place where I belong. This is a ghost town. Someone decided it'd be called that. Or rather, it's all anyone's ever called it. This is a ghost town after all. There's not much else here. If you're not going to name the town after its inhabitants, what else are you going to call it? It's ghosts that live here. Or rather, that's all anyone ever calls them. I think that the only thing they're comfortable calling themselves, since they've lived forever and are active at night. They really are ghost-like in that sense. But I guess since the like part is off-putting, they settled on straight up calling themselves Ghost. Naturally, I am a ghost myself. As dawn breaks and the ghosts go home, I head out into Ghost Town. The horizon starting to turn blue, so I'm sure it'll be dawn enough soon. I don't even know if that was the right line. I love this time of night, especially the sky. I do realize that I'm kind of basic for liking something as commonplace as the sky, but watching the pitch black
Expanse!
gradually fade into navy and into blue makes me feel somehow both excited and relaxed. I take a step forward and get confused. Why was I sounding so gloomy? I often space out and lose track of what I was thinking. I've been like this for longer than I can remember. I feel like a broken machine. If only I could keep those sad thoughts away. Not once have I ever been able to stop them. I start digging through my memories and try to remember what started that gloomy train of thought and walk outside half asleep. My feet are just walking on their own. Someone once said that subconsciousness, part of subconscious. I don't know why I added more than that needs to be. A part of our mind is larger than the conscious one. I pass through the small gate of the similar small apartment complex. There are many footsteps left in the snow. They're all footprints heading home in the opposite direction I headed. It seems like that lonely thought has set my memory into motion. I remember now. Once again, I failed to dream. Then I got a phone call from that girl, which woke me up. I couldn't sit still, so I went outside. Oh. I'm not even going to try to pronounce your name. Sayako? Sayako, maybe? I should have gotten water before recording. Haha. I wish I didn't remember that. But I suppose when you've forgotten something, it's human nature to try and remember it. I need to remember may not be on the top of the hierarchy of needs, but it's definitely pretty high up. I love the little text, like, voice thing. Well, whatever, doesn't matter. It really doesn't, I muttered to myself as I tread through the snow. I reached the road. The snow has already been cleared, making it much easier to walk. There's not another soul on the road, but I can feel
Gazes
of the ghosts from inside their building. I can't say I like it, but it's better than seeing them face to face. There are many ghosts in this town, but as someone who currently doesn't have any friends, my one and only hobby is to walk around the town early in the morning like this. It's not nostalgic,
melancholic,
and yet somewhat exciting. That's how I always feel when I go for these walks. I walk through the shabby backdrop of the city streets until I turn the corner and the scenery changes ever so slightly. I've reached the plaza in the middle of town. There are benches placed here and there, as well as a signboard of the cafe with a full view of the plaza, but it's not exactly a place with a calming, relaxing atmosphere. And that's due to the overwhelming presence of something that's the opposite of calming and relaxing. That is like a bomb, isn't it? In the center of the plaza, in the
indesirable.
stone wreckage, is probably what used to be a fountain, and sticking out of
Is it gigantic?
the metal cylinder with fins. It's been here for ages. Its silhouette is simple and clear, but it is to purpose destruction, complete and utter destruction. There's no mistaking it. It's a missile. There's no way of knowing what sort of missile it is, but the fact of the matter is that it's a missile, nothing more, nothing less. I don't know how long this town history goes, but ever since it became a ghost town, this missile has been there. Apparently, since it hasn't exploded, it's probably a dud. And strangely enough, the missile is packed with the names of the town's ghosts
Hatched.
all over the surface, like some sort of memorial. Naturally, my name is on there too. I have no memory of writing it there, yet here it is. Like a signature on a shabby contract I've been deceived into signing. Maybe it'll be a little maybe I'd be a little proud to have my name here if I like this town, but since I don't, it doesn't make me happy at all. Instead, it makes me feel like I've been bound to this depressing place, so if anything, I can find it disgusting. Just kicked it. I take 1 or 2 steps back and get a running start and give the missile a good kick, especially aiming at the top where the spot where my name is written. Someone speaks from behind me. That's what I was just thinking. You idiot, what if it explodes? Shocked, I turn around to see a redhead girl I recognize. She's a person, or rather a ghost, I'd rather not run into. Eep. That's one thing I haven't forgotten. What? It's not like I did anything. She may have not been. She may have not done anything, but I have. So I don't know what to say. Obviously, I'm not expecting her to do anything in retaliation, and it's not like I hate her or anything. But I don't know if I don't know if what I've done maybe was some kind of taboo. So all I can do is let out a pathetic groan. Hey, wait! I turn around and make a break for it. I run shamelessly, waving around my arms and legs. I think it's Anya. Anya, that redhead, appeared right behind me, so I had no choice but to make a loop around the town that's roughly shaped like a circle in order to get back home. I try to run fast, but my body doesn't feel like it. I keep tripping and almost crying every time, but before I realize it, I'm back home. When I close the door behind me, I finally snap out of it. I can almost feel the wind blowing through my stomach. Now that I think about it, I haven't eaten anything in a long time. Well, it's not like I'm going to die anyways. When I toss my coat off by the door, it starts melting from the bottom hem up. Like when an orange peel eats through a piece of styrofoam. I didn't know that could happen. It bubbles, melts, and forms droplets. The boots I tossed onto the bed melt too, leaving behind useless heels. And
Souls, ass, and the entire part of the shoe that sits below the wearer's foot.
I don't know what that is. She doesn't have legs anymore. What? And by the time I toss myself onto the bed, even my feet start to melt. Even ghosts feel pain. Once the skin melts off, it exposes muscle, then it gets dry, stiff upon contact with the air. It hurts. The smallest flicker of air in the room causes me an unbearable pain, as if rubbing antihistins? Irritants! Haha! I got it that time. Irritants into an open wound. Ghosts can't survive the morning sun. The reason I keep tripping over myself on the way here may have been the result of losing my leg muscles. Thinking about that possibility helps distract me a little bit from the pain. But it's not much of a problem as it may seem. It's no big deal, really. Nothing dies in this town. Just leave it alone for a while and everything will be back to how it should be. To sleep is temporary, lending my body into the darkness of slumber. By the time I wake up, my body will be back to normal. My legs will have healed and won't hurt anymore, hopefully. This sure hurts. I speak up even though I know nobody is there to respond. Well, it'd be nice if if there was someone to respond, someone to empathize with my pain. Maybe I'm a little lonely. Did a teardrop fall onto my pillow, or was it just my imagination? My eyes fall shut before I can find out. I can see a town far off in the distance. I'm heading at full speed. To the left and right, there's nothing but endless snow desert. Up ahead, railroad tracks stretching far into the distance. Behind me, railroad ties blur together, making a sign that we must have gone pretty far fast. At this speed, I should be feeling the wind on my skin, but I don't feel a thing on my body. It's only now that I realized I don't even have a body at all. Without a body, I exist nothing more than a perspective that somehow chugging along a railroad like a train. Without a body, I don't get tired, so I'm aimlessly watching the scenery flow by. Once I'm about a few kilometers away from the town, I finally recognize it. It's the town I live in. It's a bit of a relief, at least it's not some strange unknown territory. Before long, my trained self arrives at the station. As I gradually slow down, my body doesn't feel anything, not even momentum. Suddenly my perspective switches, as if someone had turned the dial on an old analog radio. My new perspective is facing the doors inside the train. I'm already at the station. The door opens automatically. There stands a girl. She pulls the corners of her mouth to the side to say, "Bleh," before telling me, "Welcome!" Welcome? Have I lived here for that long that I don't even... have I lived here for so long I don't even need anyone to welcome me? What's even going on? I tried to tell her those things, but I can't speak at all.
To be continued.